Good day everyone. Ogu Emmanuel is my name. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcomed. And to all my returning subscribers, I thank you so much. You are welcome. A lot of people today has made or about to make an elaborate arrangement for a very big child dedication ceremony in the coming days, weeks, or probably months. But little did they know the child they are sharing his or her invitation card for dedication is not even theirs. Chairman, maybe no one told you, but it's exactly what I'm doing now. Chairman, you are not even the biological father of that child you are carrying or that child you are about to dedicate. Do you know a lot of people are not actually aware of what is going on in their society, in their environment? Do you know? So, but to set the record straight, almost 4 out of every 10 Nigerian, that is in a normal family setting, are not the children of their fathers. They are not the children of their fathers. And this brings a big question mark to this issue. What issue? About today's video, which we titled, "You May Not Be the Biological Father of Your First Child." A very controversial one indeed, isn't it? Now, cool down. Make sure you watch this video from beginning to the end so that you don't miss any interesting part of it after this intro. This is one of the most difficult and challenging videos I've ever made. As a parent myself, I do sometimes ask myself, and what if I happen to be a victim of this dangerous trend that is going on? That is a question I sometimes do ask myself. Now, let me delve straight into the reasons. The first one, poverty or greed. Do you know, due to your inability to meet up with your financial responsibilities as the man of the house, there is this tendency that your so-called lovely wife might have been sleeping around with your landlord just to make the rent payment of your apartment easier for you. You may not even know. To save your face, she might also be sleeping with even her pastor, your richer neighbor around. What about the boss? What about her boss in the office? Do you know that something can go wrong somewhere from there? So as to keep the body and soul together, and also to avoid embarrassment, gossip from neighbors and even enemies, because you were unable to meet up with your normal family financial responsibilities as a man. You should not be surprised. 1 or 2 of your kids might end up resembling one of the above person we mentioned here. So the second one is prostitution inside marriage. A lot of people might be wondering, why is there anything like prostitution inside marriage? Yes, it happens. The news from our societies these days are nothing to write home about. A lot of rubbish, a lot of nonsenses are happening. I don't know how to add the kind of right adjective to qualify it. Today, a lot of married women have made themselves business rivals to all these professional prostitutes or ashawo, I don't know what to call them. Because some of them have one of their leg inside the house, while the other cursed leg is outside, gallivanting, looking for anything under trouser. You know, some are even using their status as a married woman to launch their prostitute or shower business from their matrimonial homes, even under their husbands' noses. Many of those women are not ready to divorce from their husbands, you know, in order to at least to squarely face this business, this ugly business. They will not. They will still maintain, they will still remain there under their husband's tent to be doing this ugly business. Many of these loose married women have destroyed the sanctity of marriage because they could not be able to keep their pair of ties closed at a place. They can't put it at a place. It's not possible. You know, they don't know how to do that. So they will use the union and the husbands as a covering to sell themselves cheap, just for a plate of porridge, just for nothing. With this kind of compromise, madams, there is this possibility: one or two of your children might be imported from outside. Tomorrow you'll be dancing, you'll be claiming that this is my son, this is my daughter, not knowing that they are not the one that fathered them. The third one is what I call, you know, an eye for a beautiful woman. You know, sometimes most men are the masters of their own misfortune. They are the ones that used to create problems for themselves. You know, could you imagine some men's only choice in a prospective woman for marriage, I mean the woman they would want to marry, what they want from that woman is just for her to be beautiful, for her to be, you know, presentable. You know, if you ask him about his what he needs in a lady, he will tell you that she must be tall, with a pointed nose, she'll be shining like gold or diamond, or even modern. You know, with a lot of other funny qualities. Then what about the character? That one is zero. Who cares? It doesn't bother me. It's nobody's business. I don't care. I just need a beautiful woman around me. There is nothing, no compatibility check. You will not even try to find out, to check which family, what kind of person am I about to join or mix together with. They only needed a sharp, fancy lady to fit, you know, to fit in the front seat of their cars, either for displaying or somebody that will be doing mannequinning for them, somebody that will be sampling, you know, what they have. You will see this man throw caution to the wind. He will just go and pay the bride price of this lady because she's a beautiful one, only to later find out he just got married to a Givenchy. That's what my friend Uche used to call them. So it's a Givenchy, and they love to give, you know, without even, you don't even need to ask them before they will give. You know, they will go and put their hand into a hot pants. They will go and marry a hot pants. Someone who cannot keep a pair of her legs together. You know, she gives it to any man that asks without batting an eyelid. She doesn't care. She's very good at giving. So, such a fancy woman will go out one day only to come back with a pregnancy fathered by another person. She'll bring it to you. Then you'll be claiming that it's your own child, which is not true. So the fourth one is the one I call the final settlement. You know, a lot of things used to happen in the society. A lot of things are happening in our families, in our environment. You know, just look at this figure from the media. A lot of people, let me not say a lot of people, because a lot of people's eyes has opened, but some few people might not accept this number. They might not accept this statistic. These statistics. It might not be too far from the truth, but there are a lot of elements of truth in it. Do you know what many of all these most about to be married ladies, these ladies that will soon go into their matrimonial homes does? Before going finally to their husband's house, these young ladies will many a times use this last opportunity to go invite her last serious boyfriend for a one for road final, or the one you can call last card and check up to come for the last tango of that relationship in their life. She will invite the boyfriend to come. The boy will come and make love to them anyhow, because that love making or romancing will be the last. It will be the last. And she will always make it a parting or farewell bed gift to the boyfriend before taking it to her husband. Because immediately after the wedding, her legal husband will take over the ministry for good. So the husband will take over from where the last boyfriend stopped as a parting or farewell bed gift. So the man will not even know what is going on. So in that process, cautions are thrown to the wind. No condoms are normally allowed. They don't care, because this is just last chop. I don't know what to call it. Some people used to call it a lot of other names. There will be this freestyling. No, they don't need to know. They don't care. So the guy will just handle her anyhow, because that's the final one. So the guy will handle her anyhow. Then after this, the husband will pack up what is left of her. With the leftover sperms deposited on her body, the husband will pack it to their matrimonial home, thinking that he just got himself a new brand woman or a new brand lady, and a beautiful wife at that. As a married guy. So the new husband will then commence bedroom work immediately, because there's no time, since he has just finished every other thing on the head of the girl. So he will just start work immediately. So before you know it, she will be some weeks pregnant. So later her husband will be thanking his stars for giving him a fertile wife, but not knowing it was the leftover sperm of the last boyfriend that formed the pregnancy she was flaunting before all and sundry. He will not know. She will be enjoying, hailing himself that he just married yesterday and got his wife pregnant today. So that was one of the reasons most firstborns in our land, in this country, are not actually fathered by the chairman. Many of them are mostly someone else's product. So let me give you a candid advice. Chairman, please, do go for a DNA test. Do go for paternity test, just to know who the father of your children is. Go and find out. So the fifth one is what I call no pregnancy, no marriage. In some families, mostly in Igbo land. In some families, the man's mother, I mean the man who wanted to marry, the mother will not even allow the son to marry any lady without testing her salt. You know, he will go and test first, make sure that what he's about to bring into their home is tested and trusted, you know, in a way. I mean making sure the lady will first of all become pregnant before they will go for her bride price. You know, sometimes some people used to play God. I don't know how they know that as soon as a woman is pregnant that she must give them a child because they have seen pregnancy. Sometimes some people might be pregnant, they might not even survive. Sometimes that pregnancy might bring a child that you will not even desire in your family or in your life. Sometimes that pregnancy will give you an everlasting pain in your life. So they'll make sure that the lady gets pregnancy before doing anything on her head. So if the lady is desperate, you know, now she'll try to do anyhow since she wants to get into the man's life, since she wants to get into the family. What she will do is to go collect any house sperm from anybody just to satisfy her husband and his family's, you know, curiosity for pregnancy. You know, so with a pregnancy in the offing, you will find out the man's first issue was not even fathered by him. Just, you know, after a DNA test result. It happens sometimes in many places. So you find out that sometimes that some parents can also be part of this great problem. Some parents used to cause the thing because they needed pregnancy. So the lady will go and get pregnant by fair or foul means. So the sixth one is what I call engagement ring paradox. Do not forget before you propose to her. Make you not forget. You know, there are some other guys that have been investing, farming, harvesting in the same ministry you are about to go into. You know, some people have been managing, some people have been running things in the ministry before you lumbered in. Do not forget that. So please, do take it easy. Because a cousin of mine in the university once told me about a female friend of hers who has collected 4 marriage engagement rings from 4 different men, waiting for who amongst them is going to be more serious and committed. She will always display Tunde's ring anytime he visited her at school, or Uche's own. If she's sure that Emeka is coming, she will put on Emeka's engagement ring so that Emeka will see that she's wearing his engagement ring and be more happy and hopeful too. So likewise other guys. And she sleeps with 2 or 3 of them. And now, if she finally settles down with one of the aspirants, let me call them aspirants, who has already deposited some sperm in the ladies' ministry, you know, because finally one of the guys that settles with the lady as her husband has to deal with the paternity identity of that innocent child in her womb. That is one of the cross that the guy must have to carry. So he will take the lady, the deposited chemical in her womb, he will take all of them home and carry it as a cross, unless he decides to go for a paternity test. The 7th one is infertile issue. Infertile issue. Many infertile self-tested men are already aware the child or the children their wives are bearing are not even fathered by them. They knew. They knew that the wife used to go outside to go carry belle come, because they know that they can't, that they are not fertile. They will not even tell the wife. The wife will not even be aware. But some vacuums or spaces in their lives and marriages are needed to be filled. That's why he will keep his mouth closed and pretend as if he doesn't know, and allow the wife to go outside and be getting pregnant. Maybe or probably because of their status in the society, and a lot of people know them and stuff like something like that. So the wife might even think her husband is also dumb, or that he doesn't know anything. So the man himself is aware of the situation. He will not even support the idea of going for a paternity test or a DNA test for any reason, because he knows what is going on. So then the wife might think she's the smartest of them all, but not knowing she was used to produce what the Igbo call onochie, somebody that will represent someone in the family. Somebody will be a kind of icon in the family that will represent the interest of another in the family. So you see, shits do happen. Number 8 is what I call delivery room negligence. Sometimes it can go like this. There was a case of a child whose DNA test result did not match the man's own. A maternity test was carried out on the mother, but still the child did not match with the mother's own. Then an extensive research was carried out, only to discover the child in question was switched by a smart, criminally minded nurse at the maternity baby delivery home. So an evil nurse, where in the maternity home where the child was delivered, used the child for business. Maybe after delivery, she switched the child, maybe hand over the child as a male child to someone that needs it, and collect the female and give it to the other person. Maybe it can happen after receiving payment. So something like this do happen, So from this scenario, you can understand that child, that sometimes that child you have been raising may not be your own. And it's not a must that it is your fault or your wife's fault in this particular case. No. It is as a result of the evil business that took place at that particular evil maternity center. It do happen sometimes. It do take place. It happens. Some people can attest to this. The 9th one is what I call crypto pregnancy. The word crypto means secret. Under this term, a lot of things do happen. Sometimes some desperate couples do engage the services of some of these crypto maternity centers, where they will be assured of a baby. The moment there is a payment, the mother will choose either the mother will be asked to choose either male or female based on the price you paid. So in most cases, hormone injections will be given to the woman. She will think she is actually pregnant because all the signs of pregnancy will be showing on her body. She will be told to avoid anything, scanning machine. Don't go close to any scanner. So even her antenatals only takes place at these compromised maternity centers. She cannot go for antenatal at any other place. So they will inform her about the child's delivery date. When the due time is around, they will let her know. So on that day, on the day of the delivery, she will be given a powerful knockoff injections so that when she wakes up, she will see a baby and few people around. The people that will claim to be the one that cut off the child's umbilical cord. This umbilical cord, they will take it from another, that is another child's own. They will collect it and come and present it to him as her child's own. She will go home thanking God for all his mercies and miracles. Tomorrow, you will carry yourself and go to testing place only to find out that the child is not yours. The child may not be your own. Because sometimes some women do take these procedures without even informing the husband. The husband will not even know that he has been fooled. So he will just follow suit. So the 10th and the last one is what I call ignorance. Ignorance has destroyed a lot of things more than it can repair. A lot of people have perished for lack of faith. It has killed a lot of people for lack of faith. So lack of knowledge and proper education has made a lot of men believe any child that somehow resembles them in the family must be theirs, that it must be their own child. You see, so a lot of married women has used the brain of their husbands to prepare an African salad because she knew the man knows nothing except his only means of livelihood, that is his business. Some of these mostly Igbo men, that the only thing they know is that their shop, that their business, that their means of livelihood. They knew next to nothing about any other thing. So in the process, some of these women are ever ready to throw their laps wide open for any willing guy that will fill one or two things up in the ministry, so that somebody will be produced. Let me use that word. So she never knew. She knew her husband believed that any child that found his or her way into their home automatically was fathered by him. She knew. So finally, from the way everything are going these days, I would rather suggest for every man to go for a DNA test so as to be sure. You must have to be sure of the child you are raising, the child you are paying the school fees for, the child you are running his or her hospital bills for, and many other things. You have to open your eyes. A lot of things are going on. My God, open your eyes. This is not a cause, it's an advice. A lot of things, a lot of shit are happening. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click like on my Facebook page, ring the notification bell, comment on this video, and do not forget to share this video. You might change an ugly situation before it happens. Share this video, it will help the algorithm. Bye bye. Bye.